In today's episode of Battle of the Clones, his gangstalker's energy resembled that of an ugly, smelly demon lacking self-control as they dug deep into his music database and snatched away his prized music file, while the elusive Holy Grail lay hidden in a cave where the ancestors of Mr. Manocchico Melly had concealed it hundreds of years ago, safeguarding secret information intended solely for him, prompting his energy to surge and transform into a radiant brightness, ultimately granting him giant wings and a sword of justice as he boldly took his case to the spiritual courts and addressed the beings of light, who revealed that they discovered he had copied the melodies and flows of his songs and tracks, repackaging them for themselves by stealing his creative ideas, leading him to ponder over his next move as he gazed at the wise council and stated, "If you allow me some time, I wish to return and consult with my capo before making my decision, only for them to suddenly vanish into thin air." As Mr. Manocchico Melly stepped out of the luminous realm of the spiritual courts, the weight of his ancestors' legacy pressed heavily upon him, fueling a newfound determination to reclaim what was rightfully his and to confront the treachery that had unfolded, all while his heart raced with anticipation, knowing he would soon return to the cave where his ancestors had concealed their secrets, ready to strategize with his capo and devise an ingenious plan that would expose the gangstalkers for their deceit. Even as his thoughts shifted to the dark alleyways of the city, where the very same shadowy figures plotted and schemed, reveling in their theft of his creativity, each one unaware that their actions had awakened a force far greater than themselves. In a dimly lit room filled with scattered maps and musical notes, Mr. Manocchico Melly sat with his capo, a palpable tension hanging in the air as they meticulously crafted their strategy to confront the gangstalkers and reclaim the stolen essence of his art, recognizing that this was not just about music, but a battle for his integrity and legacy, each note holding the key to his identity as the night wore on. The weight of their plan settled into a fierce resolve, leading to an intense confrontation just moments later in the dark alleyway, where Mr. Manocchico Melly stood face to face with the gangstalkers, a fire igniting within him, his eyes radiating defiance and determination as he prepared to take back his melodies, ready to unleash not only his talent, but also the power of justice that surged through his veins. As the tension reached its peak in the alley, Mr. Manocchico Melly raised his sword of justice high above his head, the brilliant glow of the blade casting a radiant light that startled the gangstalkers, their faces morphing from arrogance to shock as they stood frozen in fear at the sight of his fierce determination. In that pivotal moment, the air thickened with energy, swirling around him in a mesmerizing dance of musical notes that symbolized the legacy of his ancestors, each note echoing their strength and wisdom, empowering him to channel their essence as he prepared to reclaim not just his music, but also the spirit of creativity that had been unjustly taken from him, igniting a battle that would resonate through the very core of his being. In an explosive clash within the alley, Mr. Manocchico Melly swung his sword of justice with conviction, unleashing a powerful wave of energy that surged forward, knocking the gangstalkers off their feet and sending them sprawling in a chaotic panic. Their bravado shattered as they realized they faced a force far greater than themselves. A close-up revealed the fierce determination etched into Mr. Manocchico Melly's face, each feature radiating an intensity fueled by the ancestors' relentless spirit, his eyes sparkling with a blend of anger and righteous fury, embodying the legacy he fought to protect, all while the notes of his music reverberated in his heart, driving him to reclaim what was rightfully his. As the gangstalkers scrambled to regroup in confusion, their glances exchanged revealed uncertainty and fear, realizing the magnitude of the force they had dared to challenge, while Mr. Manocchico Melly seized the moment, feeling the surge of adrenaline course through him in a triumphant display of strength and resilience. He stood tall in the alley, victorious. At last, his sword raised high against the night sky, enveloped in a luminous aura that not only signified his reclaiming of power and creativity, but also reinforced his unyielding spirit, solidifying his resolve to protect his art from those who sought to exploit it without merit. In a moment charged with emotion, Mr. Manocchico Melly delivered a passionate speech to the gangstalkers, his fierce and unwavering expression radiating confidence and strength as he asserted his dominance, declaring his commitment to his music and the heritage it represented, making it clear that no amount of theft could diminish his artistry. The gangstalkers, now visibly shaken by his powerful presence and the weight of his words, began to back away, exchanging worried glances among themselves, fully aware that they were no match for Mr. Manocchico Melly's indomitable spirit, which burned brightly like a beacon of truth amidst the shadows of deceit.